So we're going to go back to the shopping incident, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you're doing some holiday shopping. Your vehicle is stolen.
Yeah.
But you're at the mall, and this is your third mall of the day. You're just knocking out all of your Christmas shopping. Your vehicle is stolen, and you have everyone's Christmas presents in there because you've just been shopping and picking them up along the way. That can be claimed on your home insurance policy.
Oh, nice.
The items in the vehicle. So the vehicle is...
Hi, guys. Welcome back. I am Danielle Bilumbu Leach right here. Let's keep it real now. And here's my favorite host. We have here Mr.
Abu Jabi with AMP Lending. How y'all doing today?
Okay, so we are back again with another episode, but this time with Mrs. Madison Vu. We love her so much. Last time we just asked her to come back because we want to learn more about insurance.
Insurance.
How are you, Maddie?
Good. How are you, Danielle?
Great. So she is with TWFG Insurance Company. Make sure to give her a buzz if you need anything about insurance. She does any type of insurance, but she's going to go ahead and break it down for us. But today she's going to talk to us about something that people do all the time. What's the point of insurance is to file claims. So she's going to give us a little bit more details about that. So let's listen to her and see how these things work.
Okay, so I kind of want to start off with car insurance and auto insurance claim. I'm sure we live in Houston, so we all drive. Houston is not a walking city, so we're all driving to our destinations from point A to point B. And if you're fortunate, you can arrive without any incident. But if something happens along the way, you want to make sure that you have your car insurance in place. So what is car insurance? What does it cover if I should need it, right? So the state has what's called liability insurance, that you have to carry liability, and that's third-party insurance, okay?
Question on that. I heard, let me if I'm wrong or not, that if you earn or make or have like $250,000 money in your bank account, you don't need insurance? Is that true?
No, the state requires you to carry liability insurance. So no, that's not true.
Okay. That's what I heard.
No, you have to have liability insurance, which is third party. That's the minimum if you drive in Texas, right?
Okay.
And then if you're financing your car, then the financing company may require you to carry collision and comprehensive. So collision would be like contact with another property, like you hit a guardrail, a tree, something like that, another vehicle in which you're at fault. And then comprehensive would be things such as like windshield damage, flooding of your vehicle, or if your vehicle is stolen. Let's say you park it at the mall doing some holiday shopping, and your vehicle, you come out and your car is gone. Someone stole it. So that would be comprehensive coverage.
Okay.
And then to use that coverage, you would have to do what's called file a claim. Right? So if you have an incident where you need to use your coverage, you would call the insurance company and file a claim. And then from there, they would investigate. And one of the things that you have to pay is your deductible, all right?
And be careful with deductible. Sometimes we're trying to have the smaller premium, but we forgot that there's a deductible when we get in trouble, right?
Right. So the higher your deductibles, the lower your premium.
Yes.
The lower your deductible, the higher your premium. So it kind of all evens out, right? So if you need to use the coverage and you have a deductible involved, it could be something as little as $0 deductible, or it could even be as high as $2,000. And so what they do is they're going to subtract that amount from the amount that the insurance company is going to ultimately give you at the end of the day, right? They're not going to expect you to give them the deductible and then they in turn give you something different. They're going to figure out what the total amount is of the damages or the cost of the claim, and then they're going to subtract the deductible out before they give you the check.
Okay.
So that's how a deductible would work. It's not for you. It's not what the insurance company pays. They subtract that out. You don't have to pay it. They're going to subtract it out.
Okay.
Now, in an incident where the deductible is higher than the damages, for example, it may not make sense to file a claim.
Yeah.
Because that's still going to be a ding on your policy. You called it in. Nothing was paid out. Yes, but you still called it in. That's no difference than, let's say they go to you for a mortgage, right? You run all of their financing information. It doesn't work out, but that doesn't change the fact that there's now a ding on their credit report.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember one time we had we called you for that house. We had some hail, whatever happened in Houston, and then the roof was leaking, and then the contractor came in and gave us the amount, and then the deductible was $2,500, and the to fix it was about $2,700. So I was just like, nah, I'll pay that out of pocket.
You just pay it out of pocket and just be done with it, because now you would have filed a claim, and then now you're waiting for an insurance company for what would have even benefited you. You could have just gotten the job done and moved on.
Yeah.
So sometimes it makes sense to file a claim, of course, if it's something major and catastrophic, but if it's something minor, it doesn't make sense to do so.
Yeah, and I know today you were saying earlier it's raining. So what happens usually when you have bad weather?
Right. So when it's raining outside, that's when the home insurance claims come in, right? Because on a beautiful sunny day, you don't usually see problems that you would see on a rainy day. You can see the water coming in, the watermark, the condensation in your home, something isn't right. So although it's gloomy outside, it's usually the best time to figure out if there's a problem in your home. It could be water penetration coming from the roof. It could be coming through the front door. Maybe even it's a window where the seal isn't on correctly. So those are when we would typically see weather-related claims. And then again, something to consider with the weather-related claims too is that if it's something small, just take care of it, because if it's something that's there, or if it's wear and tear, or something that presents itself over time, it's not going to be a covered loss no matter what. It's only when it's sudden and accidental that it would be a covered loss.
Okay.
So now would be kind of the time to do the maintenance as well, and see if there's anything wrong with the home that you should keep up or maintain. Or if it's serious enough to, absolutely file a claim. If you start seeing water just coming through the ceiling, that's definitely time to consider filing a claim, because there's other issues involved. You have your roof, your ceiling, and other things that you need to take care of before it gets worse.
So when you file a claim, the process is, you say investigation. I'm sure you guys see a lot of crazy claim coming in, and I'm sure a lot of fraud. What are some of the things that you've seen so far?
Well, so when you're filing a weather-related claim, the insurance companies, they have their maps. They have their tracking system where they know where the rainstorms are. They know where the hail is. They know where the tornado touched down. So you're living in a place that that weather event did not occur, don't file a claim, because they can track that. They can track whether or not it was someone on top of your roof causing those damages.
How could they track that?
Because they know that the hail did not occur there, but your home has hail damage, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly. So
I feel like we're talking just like people in go see, those, they always say allegedly that's what happened.
yeah. So you have this hail damage, but according to a 6-month map, there hasn't been a hailstorm in your neighborhood. So it's what happened. So they can potentially deny your claim, and they can also cancel your policy as well. Fraud, misrepresentation.
Just for trying to do the claim?
Well, if there's nothing there, if they don't see hail, but then they see man-made damage. Yeah, not for they cannot cancel your policy for filing a weather-related claim.
Okay.
Those are not surchargeable claims as well. But you have to kind of understand the process of it when you do file a weather-related claim, because we get into the situation with the deductibles as well. And when it comes to weather-related claims like hurricanes, hailstorms, the deductible is typically a percentage of your dwelling coverage, right? So not only is it a percentage of your dwelling coverage, that is a changing number. So let's say this year we insure your home for $350,000. 2% of that is what, $7,000? Next year, if we insure your home for $400,000, 2% of that is now $8,000. So it's an increasing number. We say 2%, but it's 2% of the dwelling, and the dwelling is constantly increasing every year.
Yeah.
So you
So outside of weather-related claim, which other claim that have you seen?
So we see on the home side, weather-related claims, and then there's fire claims, and then there's also claims that can be filed on your home insurance that you don't think about.
Like what?
Okay, so we're going to go back to the shopping incident, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you're doing some holiday shopping. Your vehicle is stolen.
Yeah.
But you're at the mall, and this is your third mall of the day. You're you're just knocking out all of your Christmas shopping. Your vehicle is stolen, and you have everyone's Christmas presents in there because you've just been shopping and picking them up along the way. That can be claimed on your home insurance policy.
Oh, nice.
The items in the the items in the vehicle. So the vehicle itself being stolen, that's off your car insurance. But then the stuff inside, all those Christmas presents, that's off of a home insurance policy.
As long you keep the receipts.
Absolutely, but you should, because you just finished picking them up, right?
You never know.
How's that related to your home, though?
Because personal property.
Those are not coverage that would typically be in your vehicle.
So personal property is not just in your dwelling itself; it's also considered in a vehicle or
Traveling.
on myself.
Yeah, traveling as well. You're on vacation. 10%.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're if you're traveling and someone breaks into your hotel room, for example,
And stole your laptop.
and stole your laptop or your household or your clothes
Or your ring.
jewelry.
You can file that under your home insurance.
That's where you should file if you want to file a claim. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Learn something new every day.
Yeah, absolutely. even if you're like at the gym or at the spa and you leave your purse in the locker or something happens there and you lose something, absolutely, home insurance.
Okay.
There's no deductible in that case. There is?
There is still a deductible with yes.
But the amount will be, if the other things is like $2,000 and then you lose your laptop is barely, I don't know, $1,000, it doesn't make sense, right?
Right. So it has to make sense to file a claim. And then typically those deductibles are a fixed dollar amount, like $2,500, for example, or sometimes $2,000 as well. So it just depends on the total amount of the items that were lost or stolen.
What about cars? Let's say, for example, we see sometimes it does rain a lot here in Houston area, and oftentimes when it rains too much, a lot of people file a claim with their car insurance because the car drowned. Did I say it right? Drowned? A car can drown?
Flood.
Water penetrate in the car, right? And then, so how does it happen? Have you been or seen some people that just put their car purposely in the water?
I cannot disclose that.
And then how they get caught?
Yeah, yes. If you do that and you get caught, then that is another set of problems that you can have. But yeah, flooded vehicle, that's going to be under comprehensive.
Okay.
As long as you have the comprehensive coverage and your deductible would come into play. But yes, flooded vehicles would be covered under comprehensive. Now, something else to consider, though, if you have your vehicle in the garage of your home, okay, and your house floods and your car floods, the vehicle is going to be under comprehensive portion of your automobile insurance.
Okay.
And then if your home floods, that's flood insurance.
And if you don't have a flood insurance, good luck with that.
It's not covered.
Okay.
Your house is not covered. The car is if you have comprehensive.
Okay.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
And then the process is just to call your insurance, provide all your proof, and let them do their investigation.
Correct. So to file a claim, you would just call the insurance company. Not necessarily. You can have a conversation with your agent so that they can advise you and guide you whether or not a claim is necessary. But then to ultimately file the claim and get the process going, you would call the insurance company directly, whoever your carrier is, and you would see that on your declarations page that will show you your agent, the company you're insured with, and your coverages, be it home, flood, or auto insurance.
Okay. And how fraud works general with insurance? How do they know if somebody's committing a fraud and stuff like that? How the process of investigations happen? Because sometimes it looks like they pay fast. Like you get into a problem and it's fast sometimes, right? So do they really have a real time to do all that? How does that work? What's the process for on the insurance part?
Yeah, so on the auto side, it can happen really fast, especially if the body shop is working with the insurance company. With digital technology nowadays, you can take photos and send it up to the adjuster. They can look at it. They have a list of parts that these are reasonable expenses for these parts. So it can happen really fast. In situations where it's catastrophic, there's a death, multiple vehicles, conflicting stories, that may take a little more time, a little more investigating. And so those may not happen as quickly as, say, a straightforward, two-vehicle claim, for example.
So typically, let's say you have a claim that's valid, right?
Okay.
The insurance company states that they're going to pay. You know what your deductible is. What is the process as far as finding, let's say, a contractor or somebody that's going to fix whatever problem needs to be resolved? Does the insurance company force you to go with their contractors, or are you able to pick your own?
If you don't know someone, then they can give you recommendations, but they cannot force you to use one contractor over another. Okay. Ultimately, it's your decision to use whatever contractor you would like to use.
Okay.
And then the contractor, does he need to be licensed himself? Does he need to have a LLC? Do they need to provide documentation to the insurance company in order for them to get paid? And do they get paid directly from the insurance to them, or they pay you and then you pay them. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that get the money and they find somebody cheaper
in pocket.
and then pocket the difference.
Yes.
Or ask the contractor to inflate the amount.
Yes. So a number of things can happen. But yes, of course, you want to hire a reputable contractor, one that's licensed as well. Believe in the state of Texas, you don't necessarily have to be licensed to be a contractor. But of course, you want to pick someone reputable or someone you've done business with, or at least check out their references. As far as the claim check goes, that check goes straight to the insured, and then they have the decision about whether or not they want to use contractor A or contractor B.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But ultimately, they have that money, and they have to make the repairs, right? On the flip side, if they decide not to make the repairs, let's say, you know what? It's not so bad. I'm just going to hold on to this claim check. I need it for bills are coming up, holiday season, and I'm just not going to make the repairs. I'm going to spend it on something else, right? 6 months later, you file a claim. Similar incident happened. Well, you didn't repair it, first of all, and so now it's happening again. They're not going to pay it because they've already paid you.
And you didn't do the job.
And you didn't
but
do
if
the
they
job.
paid you, you did the job, it happened again.
Then it's another claim, another deductible. Absolutely. Yes.
So once you do a claim, is there like a time period that it has to be fixed with the insurance company?
There's not necessarily a time.
There's not a time frame.
No, unless it's like a really big claim, and then the mortgage company gets involved, or sometimes they hold the depreciated value of, like, let's say there's an amount that they're going to pay you, and then they subtract the depreciated value, and then they give you a little bit of money to start the work. As you're completing the work and can prove that you're completing the work, they'll start paying you the full amount. But the claim has to be above a certain amount. But usually if it's like a smaller claim, it would just be direct money that's just paid out to the insured. And you pick your roofer, your contractor, just get the job done.
Gotcha.
Just get it done.
Get it done.
And then once it's completed, don't you have to send like pictures or something showing that it's been completed?
Absolutely. So there are some companies that will follow up on that if they know that they've paid out a claim for you, right? Before they'll offer you a renewal, they want to make sure that you made the repairs. So they're kind of working with the underwriting and the customer service to renew your policy. Some carriers, left hand isn't talking to the right hand, so they don't know. So let's say you're getting a new roof, it would be a good idea to let your insurance company know so that they can adjust your rating based on the new roof versus one that was like 17 years ago, for example.
So probably, do you think your insurance premium will go down if you have a new roof? Or even if you file a claim? Because sometimes when you file a claim, you feel like maybe my premium will go up. But then if you repair the roof, will it go down automatically or not?
Well, weather-related claims aren't going to affect your rates.
Okay.
So the rates are just going to be the rates. They're just going to be whatever it is when the policy renews. And then with roofing age, it does affect your rates. Newer roofs, or the premium is cheaper versus like an older 17-year-old roof, for example. And not all companies take the age of roofs into consideration. Some just has like a limit. The roof has to be less than 10 years old, and this is your price. It doesn't matter if it's 9 or 1. It just has to be less than 10 years old.
Gotcha.
Could your home, your property cannot be insured because of the age? Do that happen sometimes? Insurance company don't want to insure people if your home was built in 1925, for example. Could you be denied for coverage?
Certain companies will have an underwriting guideline where we won't take homes built before 1975 even.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the 1925s, those are really, really hard to insure, or they'll put certain limitations on it. You can get insurance. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just not as easy as, say, a new build, for example.
Unless you prove that the property has been maintained, it has new this, new that, then maybe you could be covered, huh?
Right, so up-to-date plumbing, electrical, AC, heating, yes, all of that needs to be taken into consideration. Or even if you take the home down to the studs and rebuild it completely, I mean down to the studs, the bare bones, putting the sheetrock in the home back together, then a 1925 home would be considered as well.
Okay. So when they insure you, they don't always look at the year, because sometimes you see flippers, sometimes they purchase a property and they turn it down. They keep maybe 10% or 30% of the foundation and then rebuild around it. But for the city of Houston, it's still older foundation. So when you place it on MLS, for example, multiple listing services, like when you place it on the market for realtor, it's still a home built in 1955. But we cannot place it in your home, even if they only keep a portion of the foundation and rebuild all around it. So is insurance the same way? Are you looking at it as a new build, or are you looking at it as the 1950 or 55 home that the person just rebuilt?
So yes and yes. So certain companies will look at it and say, we're going to go with the new build. You took it down to the foundation, built it up. We're going to use the year that you did it.
Okay.
And certain companies, they'll say, no, we're going to use the original 1950 year.
Even if it's only 40% of the foundation they kept.
Right. And then we will only consider it as if you did everything up to date, but we're still going to keep the original year built.
Got it.
So it can, yeah. But being an independent agent, there's multiple companies like who will take what and who will allow what.
So the fact that they keep the age differences, for those that will keep the 1950 versus the one they say it's a brand new, the price will be completely different, huh?
Yes, the price would be different.
Okay.
So then that way you have the option whether or not you're going to keep the older age or the newer age.
So that's why it's always good to hire a broker, right? Because you can see all the prices. Are the brokers a little bit more expensive than going directly to the insurance company?
Not necessarily, because as a broker, we're doing the work for you.
Okay.
That is our service to you. There's no fee to use a broker.
Okay.
We're shopping the rates. We're understanding the carrier, and we're your liaison. We're your middleman. If there's some issue that you may have, contact your agent, and we will speak with the insurance company on your behalf.
So you guys are charging the insurance company, not me then?
No, we're not charging the insurance company. The insurance company is paying us.
Oh, he's paying you to go find me.
Yes.
Okay, that's sweet. So that's why the cost is not, I'm not feeling your cost.
No.
So she's free, guys.
I'm free. You can use me.
Just like a buyer's agent.
Yes, absolutely.
Not anymore.
No, we still good. We still good.
Yeah, absolutely. My services are free. Even if you just want to, look at your policy and just review it. If the numbers are in line with whoever you are insured with, I won't make recommendations or tell you to switch to me, because that would be unethical and immoral of me. Like, I want to make sure that you have the coverage in place when there's claim time. It's there, you can use it. I don't want it to be a situation where you have a claim and you don't have the coverage that you wish you should have had, or that you wish your agent would have told you or somebody would have told you, because that's not a good feeling to have. It adds stress to the claim situation.
Well, but on top of that, just like anything, what's going on right now, the milk is more expensive. I do have 4 kids.
Yeah.
The milk price is up. And then I have one who has some allergies, so I have to buy her special milk with this and that in there, and no whatever. So it's more expensive. The houses are more expensive. The loan and the interest rate very high. And like anything else, insurance are super duper expensive. And some states, they even don't want to insure some people. I saw that in Florida, it's getting crazy over there to get insurance when you try to buy a property. Why prices are going so much higher with you guys? And we didn't have a hurricane this year. Did we have a hurricane in Houston area last year? No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't.
It's been really quiet.
It's been quiet for the few years.
Lord.
Thank you, Lord. Let's
you,
keep
Lord.
going that way. But
We've been through a lot.
We've been through Harvey and the 2 freezes. I think we've paid our dues.
Exactly.
Lifetime worth of dues.
Exactly.
yeah, but insurance prices are just.
Insurance prices are almost as high as home prices.
I know.
Interest rates. Yeah. So everything is kind of going up, right? And it has to do with material and when you file a claim, right?
Okay.
A roof 10 years ago doesn't cost the same as it does today.
True.
So the material, the shingles to build the roof, right? And then you talk about labor costs. I mean, you can get a job somewhere for $15 an hour, just a low-paying, inexperienced job. So think about how much it would cost the laborers to put on your roof or to come and demo your home. So all of between the cost of material and the cost of labor that's increasing, that's why the insurance premium is increasing as well. The insurance premium is increasing, your dwelling coverage is increasing. Dwelling coverage is increasing because the cost of material.
And the biggest increase are the roof right now.
The biggest increase is the roof. The roofs, just to rebuild the home in general, right? So a lot of the contractors, the labor, it could be roofing, plumbing, AC. basically everything that you would need to build a home.
That's great.
So typically, the consumer is the one that is paying for all of this. So let's say, you know, Mr. Joe over there has a claim that he put in. I'm over here. I haven't put in any claim, but I have insurance for my home. I have to help pay for Joe Blow's claim.
Unfortunately, you're going to help pay for his claim, and so am I through our insurance premium.
Okay.
And then the same thing kind of happens, you know, we're talking about home and things, but on the flip, like uninsured motorists, for example, on car insurance, right? Same thing. If I'm a great driver, I hadn't had any issues to file a claim, I hadn't been in any accident, I take care of my vehicle, I pay my premium and go on about my business, right? But then if I had an uninsured motorist claim, my insurance company is going to pay, right? Because I have the coverage. But where do you think they're going to get that money from?
Everybody?
Increase in premium, yes.
That's not fair.
Yeah. It's like paying taxes.
I know, right? Well, taxes, we know what they're using the money for, right?
Do we?
Yeah, at least half of it. You know, they use it to take care of schools, right?
Not if you don't have school-age kids.
Okay.
Well, I do have school-age kids.
I do too.
They use it to pay for the road and stuff, right?
That we all drive on.
Yeah, we all drive on. So we need that. We need that.
And the road has to be good, because then if there's potholes and then it causes damage to our vehicle, and we file our auto insurance claim.
It's life, but it's not fair.
You're right about that.
Well, that's part of life. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit more today about insurance and claim. And if you do have any insurance question, do not hesitate to call Madison. How can they get hold of you?
Oh, yes. Call me, 713-338-3452, or email me, mvu@twfg.com.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you learned a lot. Make sure to follow us on all our social media. Comment. Let us know what you think and any other subject regarding insurance you would like to know. And maybe we can ask Madison again to come back. We loved her and we asked her to come back again.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye, y'all.